up, John? Who else we got? Harley Blue, how you doing? Good to see you. Got back from wrestling, coaching, or team banquet like 30 minutes ago. Took a shower, figured I may as well play some pinball to end my day. Oh my lord, not playing very well though. Oh, solid, terrible game. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Anything exciting today, John? I know you got your game set up. Hopefully you're playing that bit and enjoying it. There's a good spinner rip. Unfortunately, only 100 points worth, but hey. Been working on my tap passes. Ooh, ball save on this one. That's the real skill plunge there. You managed to not hit any switches. You'll get that ball save. Because you can backhand something doesn't mean you should. Hey, at least we matched on that one. Yep, don't backhand those. Oh, man. Holy cow. I knew I was going to play like this, I wouldn't have streamed this. Let's try that again. One of those nights. Get in the saucer. There we go. Oh. Going terrible. Hey Aunt, how's it going, man? Shouldn't you be at work or something over there in Australia? Holy cow. I'm playing absolutely terrible. Pretty tired. Had a really long day. Just wanted to play some pinball and relax. It's not going well. Oh my lord. I got distracted by a text message that time. Extra ball. Let's. Oh. Yeah, man. I think I finally have it figured out. I know you guys, your internet goes in and out there because all the kangaroo interference, but it seems to be working pretty well on my end. I hope you can see it pretty well. I've uploaded the last 2 to YouTube for later viewing, and they seem to be working actually. Watch this tap pass. Here we go. Look at that. I mean, that's my shot, but the pass itself is pretty nice. Holy cow. ZZ Top, what's up? How's it going? Oh, that's not playing well in this Harlem tonight because of things like that. There are no bounces going my way. There's a good spinner rip at least. Oh my lord. Meerkat, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Ant, your end is perfect. That's awesome, man. I got some tips from Mr. Carl D'Angelo. I think the universally accepted as best stream guy out there. Changed some of my settings. It's all the same equipment. And it seems to be working. So that's awesome. And I'm working on these tap passes like that, so I can shoot those targets better. And it's awesome when they work. Oh, come on. Too much. There we go. And just strain. Americat, thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. I'm using my wonderful This Flippin' Podcast mug to enjoy some late night coffee. Let's try a better one. I did set the GC when I first got home tonight, before I went and took a shower. It's at like 7:50 something. Previously it was 7:26 from a couple days ago. Stay in, stay in, stay in. Alright, let's get this bonus up. gonna be our new strategies. Get the bonus up first, then work on the drop targets for the multiplier. America, I have 13 machines, I believe. 13 or 14. I have to think about it because I have several of mine are actually on a public location. And I have another one being restored. And I have another one that I bought that hasn't been delivered yet. So yeah, quite a few. At home and working. This is my living room I'm streaming from for right now. My girlfriend's having a girls' night to watch the finale of The Bachelor. Son of a bitch. But I have this Harlem Globetrotters, and I have a Bally Viking currently in working condition. I have an old EM called Bally Mad World that is in non-working condition, and I'd really like to get it working so I can stream it for people, because it's not the most common game. It's got some really cool features for an old EM. I'm gonna try and tap that. Ooh, too hard. There we go. Alright, tap pass. Nope, too hard again. Our bonus is up to 30,000, so really the only thing we should be working on right now is the inline drops on the right. Alright, Ant. We'll be waiting for you. I'm sure you're working. Because each shot to those now is basically going to be another 30,000 there, and if I can hit one more, it'll actually be an extra 60,000 because it goes 2, 3, and 5x. And that's the 5x. So, sucks that I drained off of that, but that one target was worth 60,000 points, at least. Actually, my bonus is 37, so 150, 185,000. Makes a huge difference when you can pick off those drop targets. Americat, where are you at, man? Oh. Save. Shouldn't have had to do it. Man. There's our 5x. Our bonus should be right at 20,000 right now, I believe. Oh, there's the 2,000 points per spin over there on the spinner right now. Because we hit that 5x drop target. We need that to stay in play. There we go. Bonus is up to 26. If we can get it to 30, it'll stay for the next ball. So it's definitely worth shooting the lit spinner up the middle. Up to 28. There we go. That crosses the line. We're at 37. So really one more spin up the middle is definitely worth it. Oh, that cupped insert. Shit. ZZ Top, favorite pin in my collection. That's a very tough call. My favorite game of all time is Creature from the Black Lagoon. I had one and I sold it due to the accusations against John Trudeau. If you don't know about that story, you can Google it, but it just turned me off from it. I also really enjoy my Harlem and there we go, my Viking, my classic ballets. I have a Fathom that's getting restored. That'll probably move into my favorite. I've got a thing about the ocean, deep sea, etc. 464, it's a pretty good game. And we got a, excuse me, and we got a match. But yeah, that's a tough call. I really like those. I also just got a TNA. It's at my location. That game is, I wouldn't say it's my favorite or anything, but man, is it addictive. And I see why it's so popular. As far as what you're asking about there, Americat, honestly, it partially depends on where you're located. Because I'm very fortunate. I'm in Lafayette, Indiana. But we have an awesome arcade here, just right downtown, located like 5 minutes from me. And the guy there can fix about anything. So, I have an advantage in that I can get a game that doesn't work. And if I can't figure it out, I have someone to take it to. If you're in a part of the country where finding a trustworthy and reasonably priced technician for a pinball machine would be difficult, and that is most of the country. Oh my, look at the backspin on that ball. Man, someone should highlight that. Mr. Blick, thanks for the compliment. So that would be a huge indicator for me, factor for me. No matter what, pinball machines are going to cost a good amount of money. That being said, there's obviously a huge variation in price of new in-box games that are available now. Holy cow. To older games like this Harlem. And it really kind of depends on your personality. Are you more of like a I like to learn and fix things type of person? Or are you just looking to casually play and have fun? If that's the case, I'd definitely say like go new in box. If you want to learn and work on stuff, then holy cow. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to pick up an older one, used one. When I first got into collecting, I bought whatever was cheap and close, regardless of condition. And through that, learned a bit on fixing them, had others fixed. Holy cow. There's another cupped insert you can see. And I kind of traded and sold and built my way up to a collection of games that I really wanted to keep, actually. That has its advantages and disadvantages. As in, now whenever I want something new, if I don't have the money for it, I have to sell something. But I've pretty much built a collection of games that I don't want to sell. So that makes it harder for me to make a choice on things like that. Oh, tap pass was beautiful. Shot to the drops was not. So yeah, and I've done from completely not working, like when I picked up this Harlem last week, plugged it in and got absolutely nothing. No GI lights, no flashes on the MPU. I mean, it was just dead on arrival. Beautiful play field, but it didn't function at all. I've bought a brand new game just 2 months ago with TNA. So, that's up to you. And for the most part, a new game will be far less headaches. But new games can still have issues. I've had it happen with one of my new games that I got. Nothing major. It remained functional, but it didn't have like full functionality, you could say. Certain things broke on a game that I purchased from Stern. And it was a little frustrating in that process because you spent a lot of money on something and you want it to work 100%, but that's just kind of not the reality of pinball. Oh man. Oh, that ball didn't get through that gate. Get in there. There's a good spinner shot for 1,000 to spin. And we'll get a letter. Nope, already had that one. The one thing I will warn you about, Americat, is once you do buy a pinball machine, it will not be your only pinball machine. So beware of that. That's just the reality of the hobby. It's Unless you're extremely limited on space, you will find a way to acquire more. This is good right now. We're on ball 1. Our spinner is maxed out. That was 2,000 points a spin. We just completed a globe for 50,000 points. And that's going to take a terrible bounce. No, we saved it. All right. We have our free throw shot lift for 25,000 at the top. I think that light's just out. And we won't find out if I'm going to drain. Now we got the replay on ball 1. Now if I was smart there, I would have just tap passed back to the right flipper and continued shooting the spinner. Yeah, man. So for your list of games, you have awesome games there. My advice is don't pay $5 grand for a Street Fighter, for starters. Street Fighter is like a $2,000 game for the most part anywhere in the country. It's just not a very sought after title. It definitely has recognition, especially amongst arcade collectors, because Street Fighter. Hey, thanks for the follow. I didn't catch who it was. I apologize. But yeah, Street Fighter is not exactly sought after in the pinball community, and in fact, it's frequently considered one of the worst games made. So keep that in mind. That doesn't mean it's not fun, because the vast majority of pinball machines are fun, no matter what title it is. It's just not as much fun as others. So with Street Fighter 2, that could be a good way to get in to the hobby at a lower cost, and sort of get your feet wet and see what you want to do more in the future. The good news with the other two is, although you're right on the pricing, they would be at least $5 grand, probably closer to 7 or 8. Medieval Madness was just remade in the last few years, and Monster Bash is heavily rumored to be getting unveiled at a pinball show, the Texas Pinball Festival, next week, as the next remake. Alright, we got another spelling of globe. We just lit the extra ball. There's our 5X. So we got 2,000 point spinner lit. And we'll collect our 25,000 in the saucer. Another letter. And our bonus is also maxed out, as you can see down on the lower playfield lights there. Ooh, at, oh no. At 49,000. So we are going to go for the spinner all day now. So our, what is that? Sorry, 49,000 times 5x. So we're getting just about 250,000 in bonus. If I play my cards right here, we might roll this machine. And that will be the first time I've done that. Oh, there's a decent spin, but it didn't go through. Come on, come on. Oh, there's the extra ball. That's nice. Alright, so we hit the slam dunk shot for the extra ball. And back to the spinner. That was a great rip there. Oh, man. I don't know what we're laughing at, but I'm glad. I think we're going to roll it here. So we're at 1,080,600. That's pretty sweet. If it had stopped at like 9 something, I probably would have just tilted out my last 2 balls here, but glad I did that on stream. Oh, sweet drain. So a 3-ball game would have been just under 1.1 million. We're gonna play that extra ball anyway. See what happens here. Work on our tap passes. Oh. Well. Good thing that second ball was so good. The third one sure wasn't. Carpe D's nuts. Thanks for tuning in. Who else we got? Megalo, how's it going? ZZ Top, what's your favorite game, man? Anybody else got your favorite game you want to share in the chat? Feel free. I'm gonna play a few more here. I think I've got at least another 15-20 minutes of free time before I should get some sleep. Oh my lord. That right out lane is just killing me. I played with my girlfriend last night and she had like 5 or 6 nudge saves over there on one ball. It was awesome to see. It was super frustrating as she didn't really play that much pinball, and I should have been making those saves. She was just destroying it. Oh yeah, man, you gotta get games that you like. I'm still very partial to games that appeal to me based on the theme and not just gameplay. My very first machine was Gottlieb James Bond 007. If you look it up, it's a terribly rated pin, not very sought after at all. In fact, when it first came out, it's got a unique feature. The gameplay is based on time and not the number of balls. And people in arcades couldn't figure it out. And it was so unpopular that Gottlieb actually sent out modified ROMs to change the game to traditional 3-ball or 5-ball settings. But then none of the scoring makes sense because all the targets on the playfield say like add time and stuff. So it's kind of weird. But that was my first game and I still have it. I can't imagine getting rid of it. I sold both my second and third games, which were Baywatch and WWF Royal Rumble. Because kind of like, I bought them because they were in a thread listed as best bang for your buck on Pinside. It's a good pinball forum if you haven't been on there. And I grew up watching wrestling, so that game like appealed to me because of that. And then the Baywatch, people just said like, yeah, it's Baywatch and that part sucks, but the game has all sorts of features. It's cheap, yada yada yada. So I bought those. A few years later, when the prices went up on those games, because people started to realize how good they were, I sold both of them. Because I was like, oh yeah, you know, I might as well get some money and turn it into a game that's quote-unquote better. Well, within 2 years, I bought both of those games back. My Baywatch, I bought the exact machine from the guy I had sold it to, and I actually bought a nicer WWF. So, I mean, if you like the game, that's all that really matters. If you haven't played the Street Fighter game, I would encourage you to play it before you purchased it. But otherwise, man, as long as you like your games, you're the one who owns them, you're the one who's going to be playing them the vast majority of the time. So get what you want. Feel free to read reviews and stuff, but man, your opinion's the only one that's going to matter. And a couple of my friends who operate games at another public location in my state had a Street Fighter 2, and although they didn't care for it, they said it earned like crazy, because just like you said, everyone loves Street Fighter, recognizes Street Fighter, so if that's something you're looking to do, I mean, without a doubt, it's probably still a pretty good title to have. Chuck Wirt, thanks for tuning in, man. Oh, dude, all my spinners are juiced on this thing, Chuck. All of them. It's insane. Like, that ball will go into the saucer, and I think it still collects points for, like, the next 10 seconds sometimes. Ugh, you distracted me with your good commentary. Yeah, dude. I am actually working on getting it dialed in from my location. Are you playing the one up at level 257? Am I talking to Zach? I can't remember if that's you or not, Zach. I think it's you. I'm sorry. I can't remember, man. Oh, wow. Scissored. Hardcore scissored right there on ball 1. Oh. What amusement park has those pinball machines, man? That's awesome that you have that near you. If that Monster Bash does end up being the remake, which, you know, I think most people are fairly certain it is, that's one of those games where I'd also be very tempted to get it because I love horror films, and And like I said earlier, my Creature from the Black Lagoon was my favorite game, but for odd reasons, I don't feel comfortable owning that machine anymore. So if I could get a game that still has Creature from the Black Lagoon integrated into it, because I love that movie, that would be cool. I did see The Shape of Water, to be a current event in pop news here. Alright, I thought that was you, Zach. Yeah, man, I'm jealous you got that Pirates up by you. Main Street bought one, so we'll have one here soon enough. If we end up doing Main Street Mayhem again, you'll have to come back and play it. Give me some tips on it. And yeah, Dialed In, man, that game just like... I don't get to play it often, but when I do, I really like it, so that's why I'm trying to get one from my location. Not usually a huge Pat Lawler fan, but they knocked out of the park with that game. The rules are just so cool to me. The simplicity, yet the complex ways you can actually still raise your score on the game. I really love. I love that idea. Sip cards and bonus multipliers or playfield scoring, mode scoring. Alright, 2,000 point spinner. Let's rip it. There it goes. Well, I'd love to come, Chuck, but unfortunately my weekends are spent working like 90% of the year to pay for these machines because I'm a moron and I became a public school teacher. Actually, I love my job, but it doesn't pay the greatest. It doesn't pay pinball money. Oh, the power drain. Zach, next year, let's just tell your mom we can both go, and I, as a teacher, will make sure you do your homework while we're there. Try and run that one by her. She can just drop you off in Lafayette, and then I can drive us the next 3 hours, and then after that, she can come back and pick you up after you take home some prize money. Oh, man. Well, we were just nailing those inline drops there until the center drain happened. Oh. Oh, how did that miss? Oh. Yeah, man, anytime, dude. You'd be more than welcome. Yeah, now there's some new crazy show coming up in Cincinnati, I hear. Oh, my lord. Texas Pinball Festival's coming up very quick. My girlfriend's texting me. I should probably reply to her real quick. There we go. She'll get over that. Score chaser or modes? Man, it really depends on the game. When I first played Dialed In, I was definitely trying to see all the modes. I think with any new game, I really like to explore it and see what's in it as far as modes go and stuff. And then once I've kind of done that, like if I've seen the wizard mode or something, then I start trying to turn it into a score, you know, not necessarily an exploitation, but that's what I want to see is like how high can I score in this game. Holy cow. That's 10,000 points after 2 balls. Damn, Zach. You got a very busy time coming, man. I might see your mom's point now. I would love to go to the Buffalo Pinball Open, but my school, we go back that early. That was 17,000 points. So I'm pretty jealous you get to go to that one. Kevin and Nick and the whole crew up there are really good guys. And I'd love to be able to go up and play in their tournament and support them. So maybe one of these years my school will go back a little later and I'll manage that. Woo! now I'm trying to rip the lit spinner in the center of the play field to get my bonus value up. Oh. And really, you want to make sure you hit that 20, 30, 40,000 mark so that it carries over, which I did not do. I think I had 17 there. Yeah, now the bad thing, Chuck, I looked at the dates of your show, and unfortunately, I think that ties into the very first weekend of tournaments for the wrestling season here in Indiana. I won't know for sure until early next school year. We just had our end of season banquet tonight, but I think we start like that right then, honestly, because we don't wrestle Thanksgiving weekend, but I think we do the weekend after. Alright, so now our bonus is at 21,000. Let's go back to that spinner some more. Woo! Get it under control. Oh, ball stopped itself. Actually drop target, so now we've just doubled that bonus that's in the middle, which is at, damn it, 28,000. Zach, I teach mostly seniors. For 7 years, I did social studies, where I had mostly government and econ, which in Indiana at least are senior courses. I think in Illinois they might be a little bit earlier. Ooh, I don't know what's happened there. And then I'd occasionally teach world history or U.S. history, which is more like freshmen and sophomores. But that wasn't real common for me. And then every once in a while, or at least when I switched schools for the first time, I was in charge of a World War II history class, which was an elective. So it was mostly juniors and seniors who enjoyed social studies and wanted to learn some more stuff on their own a bit. So for the last 3 years, I've been in charge of a, we call it WALC, Western's Alternative Learning Center, WALC. My school is Western. And I now basically am the director of that program. And it largely focuses on seniors not on track to graduate and doing credit recovery with me. So they're taking online classes, and it can really be in like any subject matter. It just depends on what they're behind on, and they're trying to graduate. So they're the quote-unquote at-risk troublemakers, etc. But I actually really like those kids. I can't foresee you being in a program like that. But you probably know a few kids in your school or something that maybe could benefit from it. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, man, I'll definitely try to get out to the Buffalo Pinball. I hate wasting just one shot away from hitting that drop target, and that was an extra, 70,000 points on the bonus on this game. It's fun and terrible at the same time. Alright, let's try that tap pass again. Gotta love the 10-point spinner shots. Rip that thing all day long. There's another 100 points or so, yeah. There we go. Alright, we got a replay, which is good because we're running out of credits here. Ooh. Zach, when can we see you on a new stream for whatever Stern's showing next, huh? You got any inside info there, buddy? I'm just kidding. Don't share it if you do. Yeah, man. America, that's good to hear, man. And that's kind of what I get with my program. It sounds funny. Some of the teachers, they're like, I don't know how you do what you do, but I just look at it as all these kids need something, so I try to help them as much as I can. Oh, that was a solid bonus. Should get us another replay. Not quite maxed out, but it's pretty high. And grab some more coffee, guys. Be right back. Alright, let's do another one here. Trying to beat the GC. I put up the 1-point-something million there, but as this game is a 6-digit game, it obviously won't save that. So right now it looks like our GC is still 720 or 750 something. I said it when I was playing earlier tonight before I went live on the stream. Oh, man. That's one thing I do not... I've got Pinball Life Perfect Play rubbers on here right now. And I love Pinball Life, but I do not like their flipper rubbers at all. Oh. Oh, man. Scissor for the death. Hey, Buffalo Pinball. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it, guys. I said I don't think we'll be going a whole lot later on this stream, but we'll get in a few more while we can. And thanks again for everyone who's tuning in. Greatly appreciated. Now that I've got, I think, the technology side of this figured out, we'll be doing it more often, hopefully. My girlfriend was supposed to stream with me tonight, but then she remembered that it was the Bachelorette, or Bachelor, I don't know, one of those shows, finales, and her friend is finishing grad school this semester, and they always watch it together, so it's like her last one that they'll get to see. I'm guessing she's going to come home all emotional. We'll see what happens. Buffalo Pinball! Hey, dude. Hey, you as well, man. Thanks for raiding with a party of 20, man. I appreciate it. Nice stream you had going there on Addams Family, the Gold Edition earlier. I started watching when you guys were doing the obstacle course. I've never seen it played that way. That was cool. I want to try something like that with Harlem, where you're only allowed to shoot free throws and slam dunks or something. That would make this very difficult. Pin Daddy, what's up, guys? Yeah, that was really cool. Thanks for bringing over that whole group, man. Everyone who just tuned in from Buffalo Pinball, thank you. This is This Flippin' Podcast. We are streaming my new Harlem Globetrotters. It is new to me, and the crazy thing is it's mostly actually new. It has a new old stock playfield in it. Something you're not going to get to see very often. Has some cup inserts, so you'll see the ball do some weird things from time to time. But I've got a playfield protector on the way from Germany. I actually got the tracking information yesterday. So hopefully we'll be able to get that installed in the next week here. Oh. Stay in. We were just talking about the Buffalo Pinball Summer Open there, and how it's a great tournament that I can't go to. It unfortunately ties in with the same time frame I go back to school. We do have our extra ball lit at the
I will follow you.
slam dunk shot far right. Hey, thanks for the follow. I don't have my screen up. I can't see who it was. Pin Daddy, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Oh, get up there. Come on. There's a weak 1,000-point spin. We're going to take out this last drop target, and we're going to rip the spinner, folks. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. There it goes. Try for that extra ball. No. Oh, denied twice. And that's going to drain for sure. Yep, told you. I swear, every time you get that spinner light for 2,000, this game forces your ball to an out lane somehow. Pinball Joe, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. This is a beauty. Very fortunate to get this game. Alright, we got a globe, we got a replay. Let's attack those drops. Our bonus is locked in at 30 now. For the next, well, this is the last ball, so the rest of this ball. Do a little tap passing. There's another one. Yeah, man, we'll have fun. Thanks for tuning in and for the follow. Have fun with the wifey. Alright. Our bonus is at 33 and 5x, and we have a 2,000 point lit spinner. I'm just going to rip the 2,000 point spinner if I can. Stay in, stay in. There we go. There's a good one. Wasn't as good as it could have been, but it's still going. Alright, we're at 39,000, so we're going to shoot for that middle spinner. That put us up to 43. So our bonus is locked in there. Back to the 2,000 point spinner. Oh man, what a miss that was. Oh. T-Gov1, what's up? If anyone's got any questions on the rule set of Harlem, it's not exactly complex, but feel free to ask. I'll help out as much as I can. I do have a few light bulbs that appear to be out, but it's not the actual bulbs, it's the sockets. So I know that can make some things look a little confusing on the stream for you guys. Yeah, I figured that was you, Gov. I didn't think anybody else would pick that name. Don't worry. Thanks for tuning in, though. Appreciate it. Oh! A little cupped insert there just screws you. The good thing is I did lock that bonus in at the 20,000. So you see that lit right at the bottom of the star in the middle of the playfield. That's what shooting those middle playfield spinners does for you. Oh, stay in. There we go. Oh, wow. That was... There's our 5x and a 25,000 point free throw. Alright. There's a good spinner rip. There we go. And I should drain now, as the pinball gods have deemed. That's what happens on this game once you get a spinner maxed out. Or you just miss it. Here we go. Another good rip. so we're at 280. Let's see what this brings our score to if we can hit it again. So I believe that spinner shot was nearly 80,000 points, just about. I'll try and get another good one and test that math out. Yeah, America, you definitely do not want to buy a pinball machine off eBay. A lot of people have had some pretty bad experiences. So that my advice would be stop looking there. Join Pinside if you're not already on there. Also check out Craigslist and your Facebook Marketplace. But Pinside's going to be your best bet. You're going to get a lot of honest people that will help you out there. We're going to go for the spinner again. We're at 41,000. Let's see where we're at. 411,000. So I want to see where this ends up. I'm guessing it'll be close to 480, 490 with a good hit. $470. I was short. Ooh, there we go. Our bonus is almost maxed out too, so that's nice. Ooh, that one felt good. And we got the extra ball lit and collected, so that's huge. We might have just spelled globe there as well. My E light's out. Yep, we got it. So that was an extra 50,000 on top of the spinner hits. And we both know John only has jank games that don't actually flip right. So, although my slingshot just spazzed out when I said that. Oh, come on, get up there. Oh, it's gonna drain. Alright, we got special lit at the slam dunk. Not a very good spinner rip there. With our bonus at 245,000 though, we're going to be just short of rolling the machine. That makes it pretty tempting to just tilt out my last balls. See, now that's a solid score. So the bad thing is we're still in ball 2 because I got the extra ball, which is lit down right there. And I already have a guaranteed 40,000 points coming to me on bonus. So just plunging this ball and hitting anything and not draining is going to make the machine roll. So I guess I got two options. Do I want to play and pass my 1.1 million that I got earlier tonight and like I know what the score is? Or do I want to shoot, try to hit something, and then tilt away my next two balls so that the score stays locked in at 900 something thousand? Or you could do the expensive thing and buy Sevolution displays from Xpin and make this a 7-digit scoring game, which is somewhat tempting. The 10-point spinners could get me there pretty closely. Ooh. I honestly don't even know if I can tilt this machine at this point, so there's that too. Oh, you heard the triple knock. That means I rolled it. I did not get tilt in time. Yeah, I get the joke, Gov. I should spend some money on it. I did spend quite a bit already on getting the boards fixed. And I have that play field protector coming, but you're right. It's not going to hurt to get Evolution displays. I did have some trouble getting them to work in my Valley Viking. And I know my co-host Taylor's had a lot of trouble getting his to work in his Stern Meteor. So that's where that concern comes in more so than the actual cost. Is like, will they work? Or will they just be a mystery? Oh, that was some robbery. So this is one of those points too where one more shot to that drop target takes me from 3x to 5x when I've already got a maxed out bonus. So it's basically a 90 plus 1,000 point shot and a drain, but makes it worth it. So that's a new GC on the night, 1.3 million approximately. We'll do another one here. Live one's tuned in still. Ooh, bad play. Oh, man. So, completing the stand-up targets. Oh, how did that not hit? On the left is what lights your extra ball over at the slam dunk stand-up on the right. Hitting that target. There it is. That's the extra ball. Alright, over to 3x. But because we haven't attacked the spinners in the center of the playfield, our bonus is actually only 7,000 right now. So we're going to shoot up the middle. I raised it up to 11. 15. Got a special there. Oh, not the lit spinner. Spinner. Oh, no problem, Meerkat. If you didn't catch, yeah, those inner spinners are really nice. Forget those inner spinner. No, get out of here with that advice. Is that you, Colin? I think that's you. Terrible advice. I want the inner spinner. We'll see here. Look, see? You want that. That's gonna drain though. Nope, get it. But I like shooting things other than inlines. See? See what happens when I shoot the inlines? Grr. So the left spinner will also advance the bonus? Is that what you're saying? Because I thought it was only the center ones. Make good use of that extra ball. Oh, wow. Alright, Colin. A lot of pressure when you join all of a sudden, man. Oh, I got it. If you hit your inlines. Yes, yes, yes. Well, that's why I was trying to raise that bonus. So that at the end of the ball, I also got a nice amount of points. But we're gonna work this game just for you on only the inlines. That was a nice tap pass there. See? Every time I get that spinner lit, I just drain. All your fault, man. All your fault. Oof. I've been working on those tap passes. I'm getting better at it. I'm not great at it, but I've been working on them because they are very cool. They're really hard to do on my Viking machine for some reason. For me, Phil played my Viking machine back in the fall, and he had no problem doing it. So. Your scoring strategy did not work for me. I'm sorry. I get distracted with the up the middle. It just works better. And I still will go register that game tonight. I swear, Colin. I swear. I got home. I just wanted to play. A little bit of pinball before I get stuff like that. Oh my lord. I have very little experience on Tales from Arabian Nights, actually, Americat, so I'm not totally sure. I know tournament-wise, I think most people just try to play for the lamp spins and multi-ball. From what I recall seeing. Colin, congrats on the finish this past weekend. I know it probably wasn't, exactly what you wanted, but third place, not too shabby, bud. Oh, don't worry. Like 98% of these drains are definitely my fault. I agree with that one. But I still want to blame somebody else. Come on, this is America. That's what we do. Oh, that one was my fault too. And if you want real good strategy, Americat, Mr. Snailman there is the guy to talk to. Oh, see? Is there anything I can do about that one when I'm playing? Is that just learning better nudging skills? Colin, if you're setting up a Harlem for a tournament, what are you doing to the machine differently? Because, I mean, I, as a basically average player, have rolled this thing twice tonight while we're just streaming here. So what would you alter on the machine to make it more tournament tournament worthy. I know we've got one post over here that looks pretty easily removable, but outside of that,
I will follow you.
Remove the upper left flipper. Yeah, that would toughen things up. You're no longer getting scissored, you're just getting screwed. Good lord. Has someone really removed an upper left flipper from this game for a tournament? Because, man, that's... Oh, see, now that one, look, I made a relatively decent save there. Nice tap pass to the drain. Duh. Oh yeah, I think I had a game where I finished with like 17,000. So that's why I wasn't sure if you would toughen this sort of game up or not. All right, we have followed your strategy. Oh! That's totally my fault. Damn it. I really want to hit this spinner for you. I don't know if you saw it, but it was like 80,000 points on one shot earlier. Good to know it's the correct play then when I'm shooting them and draining. Colin, when you were out at the Nationals this past weekend, did you play in the Pin Masters as well? I know I saw you took third Nationals, but I wasn't sure how Pin Golf went. Pin Masters. So I've just been working on when it's typically on my right flipper. Wow. So that's 30,000 point game. If it's the right flipper and the right spinner's lit, I've been hitting that one. And it feels pretty safe, at least on this machine. And then if it comes to the left, I've been working the inlines. Took second to Pin Masters. Damn, man, you were just on fire. Congratulations on that as well. But I've been working those center spinners until my bonus is maxed because whoa. Gonna have to fix that switch here just before I go to bed. Jesus. I like getting that like roughly 250,000 when I drain. Although in hindsight now, like I see that once those inlines are down, that's probably like 3 good spinner hits. Oh, my lord. We're gonna have to bring you back on for another like Colin does game tutorial session here in the near future, as there's a lot of new games out. See what sort of strategies you're working with. Oh my lord. listened to our last episode, but I finally did get to play Guardians of the Galaxy, and I had the same sentiment. And I was really disappointed in that game because it's a theme that I just love, and the art package looks great. The shots look like they're gonna be decent. And then you play it, and nothing about it feels good. I hope Code can somehow save that thing. Oh, there we go. Oh, get up there. Come on, ball. Yeah, that was what I noticed. Like, I literally had to ask the operator if the sound was working right on Guardians because there was just nothing. It's like they play full clips from the movie, which makes no sense as to giving you the player feedback to hitting a shot. Alright, we finally hit your inline sound like you've been asking, Colin. Our bonus is only at 15,000, which I'd really like to raise to 20 to guarantee myself 100 when I drain. But we're at 75,000 points. Let's try and get a good spinner rip, see where we end up at here. It wasn't a very good rip. Oh, whoops. Well, that was dumb. I just accidentally pressed the start button like a moron. Make sure you don't do that if you're ever in tournament or competition play, because you will be DQ'd. Spinner inserts aren't working? Oh, yes. The center spinner ones, so you will find that they work sometimes, and sometimes they don't. They have new bulbs. It's the sockets. This game sat dormant for quite a while, and I basically need to go through and solder the wires onto there and make good connections. I'm going to do that when the playfield protector comes in the next week. For now, I just want to kind of enjoy. Yeah, the left side, you can see working. The right side, not so much. There's like 3 of them out there. Yeah, when I knocked them all down, it was 2,000. I mean, I'll try it again to show you, but yeah. It should have been. Now, when I first got the game, they were not working because somebody had, at some point, so I shot the first one down. It should now be lit for 100. Let's see if we can get another one down. Yeah, it's just the top one. So it's 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000. So now it's up for 1,000. Uh-oh. Yeah. Those inserts are working. The little V here and here where they're not all lit. If I go in and wiggle them, then they work, so it's kind of frustrating. And right now, when there's no drop targets down, you can rip that spinner all you want. It's worth 10 points per spin. Now we're at our 100-point spinner value. Colin, you think we'll see a new Stern at TPF, or you think they're going to wait? I think they're going to wait, personally. Get up there. Oh, just short. There it is. Alright, 113,000. Not a good rip. That was better. Still not great. Yeah, I figured Stern. My guess was they were going to do similar to what they did with Expo, and they'll show off whatever their game is a couple weeks later on their own sort of time frame so that they have all the attention. Alright, free throw. I'm working on the spinner, I swear, man, I swear. I can't get the ball under control. There we go. Got me too nervous. It's like trying to perform in front of your coach. There we go. That's a little better. A little better. Ah! Yeah, I got you some spinner juice there, buddy. Pataven, yes. Stern, putting some code on some of those other machines would be good. That being said, I don't know if everyone... Oh, wow. Everyone here has access to a Batman 66, but the code on that machine has become quite good. Yeah, that kind of does suck, though, that we're not going to see that at TPF. I am looking forward to seeing Alice Cooper and Monster Bash. I mean, whatever the next remake is. Oh. Beautifully scissored myself there. Colin, I assume you got your Pinburg ticket. Anyone else in the chat going to Pinburg? Get your tickets. Try to get a ticket and get left out. sorry to hear about the bad luck on the Pinburg tickets. Colin, I assume that's you and your boys again for the 3. Oh, wow. I had to get mine and Dr. Phil Grimaldi's tickets, and I was able to be successful. One of the guys in my league happened to be on vacation in Japan. His wife had to go there for a race, I think it was, and he was still able to get his tickets from there. He had to order them at like, I think it was 2 in the morning local time, he said, or something. Oh no. Get up there. Alright, spinner time. That was a decent one. Oh. Here comes some spinner. No! I keep missing it. Ah, damn. Whew. We did get the extra ball in there. We're at home, so let's play it anyway. No, I'm with you. I think all past champions, not just the previous year, should be guaranteed an entry if they want it. I think that is a very good rule. I hope that's something that Pinburg considers. But yeah, champions of any division, I think, should be included. Well, let's say all A division or main division champions should be included. And then previous years, like lower division champions. Because you should always have that thought that you're going to be able to defend your title. Yeah, that's something we should talk about on the next episode. Who should be guaranteed entries? Or not be. Interesting topic of conversation, and I'm sure it's one of those ones that'll aggravate everyone, especially when so many people did miss out this year. See that little? That was like a. What do you call that one, Colin? When it's not from a cradle, but still tap past it. Oh. Yeah, that was a weird system how that worked. I agree. Rolling tap pass. Thank you. I like that. last ball. I see I chipped the playfield. I shouldn't be playing this until the playfield protector gets here. I don't know why I'm doing it. Son of a bitch. Oh, too late. Oh, it's tiny. It's above the 3 in the thousands. It's not like it's a big deal, but this playfield is just so nice. I do want to try to save it as much as possible. But it's a pinball machine. They're meant to be played, and I have trouble not playing them. Oh. Super, super tiny chip. Probably can barely see it on the stream, if we can at all. But it took up some of the blue paint. Yep. Oh well, we're going to call that an end, guys. I'm going to let this game sit for a few days until that playfield protector gets here, so I don't do any more of that like a moron. You guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, especially all the people who come over from Buffalo Pinball. If you haven't already followed, go ahead and give us a follow. We'll be streaming here pretty regularly in the near future. Colin, thanks for all the tips, man. I'll see you in a week and a half. I am going to go register that game for the Texas Pinball Festival right now, and then you can get me signed up. I'll shoot you a message as soon as that's done. Thanks, guys.